a really short vid while I still have some battery power on denialism. In 79 AD, something moved at 50 miles an hour at 1300 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 feet tall. This thing is called a pyroclastic flow. And it happened to go over the top of Pompeii and Herculaneum. Vesuvius, the volcano, and the Plinian eruption of a volcano. Now, the reason this is important or useful for me to talk about is the people who need to claim somehow, while screaming at the top of their lungs, that God is dominant on this planet. God is great, all hail, whatever. That somehow they also need to say in the same breath that volcanoes, are actually a conspiracy theory because humans have the ability to cause volcanoes. Now, please understand that the day before this happened, the Volcania festival, worshiping the god Vulcan, otherwise known as the god of fire and volcanoes, was happening. Literally a group of people who worshipped literally a volcano were worshiping the day before this thing blew up. And because it rumbled, they took it as a sign of good tidings. Volcanoes tend to sit perfectly quiet for a long time and then let off massive deadly eruptions with some warning. This one isn't like it. It does it with virtually no warning, maybe a couple of days. Mount Vesuvius exhibit. People complaining that when they look up the subject matter about it, that everything has to be fake or falsified because they need this. Why? Well, I'm going to bring this up, but archaeologists poured plaster in the holes left in the volcanic material after the bodies had rotted away, so they were fake bodies. This is an assertion I saw in one video page. Then we'll cover another one. Overweight and in poor health and died of a heart attack, but was recorded as saying, "Fortune favors the brave, steer to where I can't pronounce this, is." That was supposed to be Pliny the Elder. May or may not have been him, because he may not have actually been there. He might have died that day from a heart attack. The real underlying hidden motivation in most conspiracy theorists and denialists, as I call them, is a giddy feeling when informing people of them being more clever than the average sheeple, knowing a secret about a documented event that must be denied because it conflicts with and or is based on something that they need to deal with that is religious, political, or possibly conspiracy theory based or propagandistic. The argumentum ad consequentum, argument from consequences, is usually used these days for environmental changes. Propaganda controlling the masses is usually the thing they'll scream, and very tellingly, this is their way of telling you that they're trying to do that to you by screaming propaganda in your face and then claiming that, oh, the other side's doing it. This is a little bit like, in fact, a lot like, a problem that police have run into, where a person who's guilty of committing a crime will do something called racing to the courthouse, where they'll call the police first and then complain about whoever saw them do it, trying to get them implicated in it. The reason I'm bringing this up is you have people who've decided that every single ancient item, more than X number of years old, including the cores of old volcanoes, must be treated as if it's a tree stump or any other damn thing. And when you point out earthquakes and volcanoes happen all the time, they literally decide to demote God to being humanity's bitch, and that humanity can replace your Vulcan god. That is illogical. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck.